Hi, this is Kirk Bell with Motor Authority. I'm here with the 2017 Porsche Macan GTS. I've had it for the past week. It's going back tomorrow. I put 200 and something miles on it, and I'm going to talk about it as a plane goes over. So I'm going to get the camera off me now and go to the car. So here we go, the GTS. It's the third highest model in the lineup. We're gonna let a bike go by here. It's 360 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. It sits above the S model in the lineup, 20 more horsepower, 30 more pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is 5 seconds flat, or 4.8 with the optional Sport Chrono package. It gets some exterior upgrades versus the S model. Mostly black stuff. Below the belt line, it's all flat black. Above, it's gloss black. You got the gloss black here and the around the doors. Got the flat black here on the bottom. Blacked out taillights. Blacked out exhaust. The black RS Spider wheels. Front and rear. You got the red brake calipers. The brakes are bigger. They're 14.2 inches versus 13.8. Blacked out front grille. It's a sport design front grille. That's like a $3,600 option if you go on the S model. It's also sport design rear and side sills. So sport design rear fascia as well, and the side sills. So GTS models from Porsche usually tend to be a deal. This model, if you look at it, it's $16,000 in options for about a $13,000 premium. I actually did the math. 16,615 in options for 13,200 as the premium. So, however, it's not cheap. The base price is $67,200 plus $1,050 delivery and handling, so it's it's around $68,000. That's versus about $55,000 for an S model, and you get 20 horsepower. Mostly the other stuff is just for looks. However, you do get with this, in addition to the horsepower, you do get the air suspension, which is nice. That exhaust is a pricey thing, and that gives you a better sound with a magic button inside that changes the exhaust note. And you get with the air suspension, you get a 10mm lower ride height than even the turbo model, which is 400 horsepower and more expensive than this model. So this one is, kind of maybe the sportiest one in the lineup. My colleague Aaron Cole drove this a year ago. He drove it up Pikes Peak. Go read his first drive review on Motor Authority. Really good review of the car. I just take a look at it. It's a very good review. I don't think it's revised PDK. It's the same 7-speed that they've had for a while. There's a new 8-speed that the Panamera gets, but this is the older PDK, which is a great car, which is a great transmission. Let's go through some of the options and what they normally cost. The sport design exterior that I talked about, the front and rear fascia, the side skirts, the rear spoiler, that's $3,600. The interior gets a leather package with Alcantara. $1,700. Those RS Spider wheels, $1,650. Bi-xenon blacked out headlights, $1,350. The sport exhaust, $2,930. So that here, black exhaust outlets there with the baffles, and there's no piping in artificial sound into the cabin. It's what the engine actually makes. A black interior trim, colored wheels on the colored crests. Those are like $500 just for those crests. $500. The air suspension, $2,750. All this front heated seats, $500. So all this comes out to, like I said before, about $16,615 in options, and you pay $13,200 for it. So a little bit better. Hey, thanks, James Kaufman. I appreciate it. So on the inside, so this one, however, is priced even higher. This one goes for $81,640, and it costs. It has some options that I'm gonna recommend against. One of those, and we'll go inside and take a look, is an interior option, and it's called the leather interior in black with Alcantara. And what it amounts to is the same interior that you get, but with silver stitching. Now, it's a gorgeous interior, but you get this, it's not even silver, it's red in this one, but I guess there's some silver in there too. That is $4,790. So we got $4,790 for stitching. That's all I can figure on that. I didn't see anything else. We have the white paint is white Carrera white metallic, so it's got a metallic shade to it. The regular white is free. This is $690. There's a trailer hitch, $650. This is a heated steering wheel, $840. Navigation, $1,730. Connect Plus, which has Wi-Fi. Well, I don't know if it has Wi-Fi. It has 4G LTE a connection that gives you real-time traffic information, access to apps, and Apple CarPlay. $1,300, and actually that's now $1,700, so they've upped the price on that. This has a Premium Plus package, which has auto-dimming mirrors. It has front and rear heated seats. It has a panoramic sunroof. And it has Porsche Entry and Drive, which is keyless access and starting, and it has a 14-speaker, 200-watt sound system. That will cost you $3,390, bringing the total of this to $81,640. However, I just went and priced this thing out on Porsche's website, and it's $83,830 now, so they've upped the pricing on this thing. We can sit inside and take a look at more. We got some questions on the powertrain. It's a turbocharged 2.9 liter, I believe, 6, and puts out 360 horsepower, up 20 horses, and 369 pound-feet of torque, up 30 pound-feet of torque from the regular Macan S model. That's 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds with the Sport Chrono package, and 5 seconds flat otherwise. Here we have the center stack, the center console. That's got, I believe we counted 39 buttons. So it's got a lot of different buttons on it. Here we see the exhaust button. That button will make a good sound out of that standard exhaust system. This off-road button will raise the ride height. I think it's 20 millimeters. If you're going over some rougher terrain and don't want to bottom out. Here's your sport button. That's going to tighten up the steering and the suspension and lower the ride height. I think 10 more millimeters. The shock settings, if you hit the sport, the shock settings also come on. That means you're just gonna stiffen up the shocks. Auto stop start, some heat seat controls, and here's your controls for the climate control. I'll turn it on now. Here you can see we got the pack in red, which is kind of cool, and it's right in the center like every Porsche should. This one has, as I mentioned, the nav system, which is $1,730, which is pretty much more than everybody's charging nowadays, but it's Porsche, so they can get away with it. Wondering if anybody has any questions. We can talk about some of the utility of this vehicle and how it drives as well. The 6 is, yeah, Dustin Anderson wants to hear the exhaust, but we'll get to that. The 6 is pretty strong. When you're on the highway, it's very strong. When you're taking off from a stoplight or in low-speed traffic and you want to get going on the road, there's a little bit of turbo lag going, which I was surprised by. But once you get, you put it in that sport mode, that kind of goes away. Or once you put, once you get the revs up, get it over, say, 2,500, 3,500 RPM, it's very willing, and passing is a breeze. I'm gonna rev it from inside. Since I'm the only one here, I can't go back and give you the exhaust sound from the pipe. Do have a turbo boost gauge here. See that go up when I rev it. Turbo size, I don't know that, Levi, unfortunately. I believe it's 17.4 psi of boost, however. Let's see the view. We'll hop out, take a look. Go around the car. Here's those black exhaust. See if I hit the exhaust button, if it makes a different sound that we can detect while idling. Yeah, got a little bit more burbly. It's pretty cool. I'll just mention some of the exterior stuff for anybody who joined in later. RS Spider wheels with red calipers. Porsche design, rear spoiler, rear fascia, side skirts, and front fascia. That's a $3,600 package if you put it on the S model. That's standard on this. All the blacked out trim, the blacked out headlights, blacked out tail lights, gloss black around the windows, flat black down below. And there's the spoiler. So there's the rear. We'll go up to the front again. I've driven this for a week. I drove it on the highway. I got about 21 miles per gallon, I believe. I haven't driven it too hard. Let's see if I can find 268 miles I put on it. go through this screen here and find out different information. Well, I got 12.9 miles per gallon in the last 2.7 miles. That doesn't tell you anything. I can't get to that quick. So anyway, I think I'm going to sign off now. So unless anybody has any other immediate questions, yeah, the price of this for Corey King Hustle Barksdale was $81,640. So all right, well, I'm going to take one more look outside and then I'm going to sign off. Well, there we go, Porsche, my 2017 Porsche Macan GTS. I'm Kirk Bell from Motor Authority. Thanks for taking a look.